Yo, what up? What up? What up? What up? Nick, what's up? I see you, Nick. What's going on, Nick? How you living, brother? Thanks for showing up. We appreciate it. You liking this cold weather, Nick? Happy Thursday. Oh yeah. Mr. Pena. Mr. Pena, what's going on? The MN Scout Dad, what's happening? All right. We about to get started. Let's see what's happening. Make sure we got everything going. Got my daughter's cat. All of a sudden, she want to come up here and rub on my leg and stuff. But she's good. Happy Thursday. What's happening? All types of bass. What's good? All right. Y'all see the title? Y'all see the title. Let's see what we got here. Breakdown Media. We up and we live.
Breakdown Media.
We are live. What's up, Bomb Squad? What's happening? Glad to be in front of you on a Thursday. Y'all see the title? Hidden qualifications. Hidden driver qualifications at UPS. They don't tell you about. So I'm going to give you guys 3 hidden qualifications they don't tell you about. And if you stay to the end, I throw in a bonus on top of that. So a total of 4 hidden qualifications they'll never tell you about. But guess what? Y'all in the right place because y'all going to hear them tonight. All right? We're going to go over it. We're going to go over it. It's Thursday. We feeling good. We're energized. We worked today, but we've been light this week. My building, we've been light this week. So I still have some energy in me. So we're going to get it popping. Thanks for all the likes. We appreciate everybody for being here. If you share it, we appreciate you. You leave a comment in a live chat. We appreciate you. We'll try to read every comment that we can, but we also got to get to the content, right? So my mic is good, which it seems like our levels are pretty good. We'll go ahead and get started. If I could get the cat. Okay, yeah, she good. She good. All right, real quick. Give me a shout out if you're in here. Send us a wave. Shoot us a like or a dislike. We good either way. We appreciate everything. All right. Hey, we're not picky. We're not picky when it comes to the likes. We'll take a dislike because if you're watching, that's all that really matters to us. If you're watching, even if you don't like the content, we're glad that you're here. And hey, send us a wave anyways. We appreciate it. All right. We'll call this the cool down because it's a little chilly right now in the South. But we're hot when it comes to life. And what I mean by hot is that we always have stuff going on. Idle time is not really a good time in my eyes, but if you stay hot in life, no matter what you got going on, you're always able to pivot and figure stuff out. So even though it's cool right now, but we still gonna be hot when it comes to life. So all of you guys that's here, we appreciate you being here and kick ass in life. All right. We'll go ahead and get started. Y'all see the title, Hidden Qualifications They Don't Tell You About. Now, some of you in here, y'all already work for UPS. Some of you don't. It's cool. Either way, right? So you have the little qualifications. They tell you, like, look, you got to be 21 to drive. You got to be 18 to work inside. You got to be able to lift 70 pounds unassisted. You got to be able to, move around, get in and out of the car or load boxes this way, that way, right? They give you all of those little baby qualifications. We get it, right? They have to put that in the materials as okay, I can do those things, so let me go ahead and apply. But what we're going to go over today, we're going to list them and we're going to talk about each one, right? The stuff that they don't tell you that us guys, especially the ones that's been driving a while, we know. But you might even not know, and you see it tonight, be like, hey, you know what? Hey, that's right. They didn't tell me that, but I figured that out later on. We're going to go over everything. Thanks for all the likes. We appreciate it, guys. We appreciate it. All right. So we'll go ahead and get started. No more delays. We're going to go ahead and get started. All right. One. Integrity / honesty. All right. They don't tell you that in the application requirements. They don't say, look, you got to be a good person. Hey, we want you to be honest. Look, it should be an automatic, okay, yeah, but it's not. Now, let's say you work at a bank, right? Let's say you apply for a job at the bank, right? Bank teller. You at the bank, you working, you're doing your job right. If a customer comes in the bank with paperwork like, hey, I want to withdraw, 20,000, right? And you the teller, you have to make sure you provide that customer with extremely good customer service and give them their cash that they requested and the kind of bills that they want. And the bank is trusting you to not call up your homeboy or text your homeboy and say, look, man, John in here just withdrew $20,000. He's driving a black Corolla. He's going south on Main Street. He just left. When you get that job as a bank teller, the bank is not expecting you to do stuff like that, right? And to a greater degree, more larger stuff, but you got to have integrity. You got to be honest, right? Because, shouts out to Nick, you have to, as a driver, let's not even leave. Okay, so the inside, we'll get to inside right now. But right now we're talking about drivers, right? Drivers, you're responsible for a lot of merchandise, packages, paperwork, documents, all of that good stuff, right? And when you sign that dotted line, the dotted line for employment, they're expecting you to not go and sell a truck, right? Or to not call up your homeboy and say, hey, look, meet me over here. I got these boxes going to Zales or whatever, right? So you automatically not expect to do stuff like that, but they don't tell you that. But you must have integrity and you must be honest, because we are responsible for a lot of stuff and a lot of merchandise, and the company relies on you to be honest, right? The company is not in business to pay claims on lost equipment, or if somebody decide to start stealing. Like, they're not in that type of business, in order to pay claims and stuff like that. They're in a business to make money. We are here to make money. So you must be honest, have integrity, but that's not in the requirements, right? It's in the hidden requirements, hidden qualifications. They're expecting for you to have these things, but it's not listed. It will never be listed, right? But so many times over the years, I've seen where people lack honest, lack honesty, lack integrity, and they get caught up in some stuff to where, like they get walked out and you never see them again, you know? So that was my number one, right? You gotta have self integrity. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta have it. No matter what job it is, you're responsible for a lot. So just show up and do your job and be honest, right? See, I see we got some live chat going on. Oh man, I hate to hear that, Nick. 50s, yeah, that's pretty young. Yeah, that's pretty young. My condolences. Yeah, it's tough, man. Hey man, life is tough. And whenever I see stuff like this, it just make me, appreciate, every minute, every hour, every day that I get up and I wake up, blessed to be alive, blessed to be healthy. But I also think about people who sort of take stuff for granted because tomorrow's never promised to us, and of course we always hear that. Like we always hear that. We know that, right? But at the same time, I do believe we all do it. We all guilty of taking stuff for granted and taking life for granted in general. So I hate to see that. I hate to hear about that. My condolences, and a blessings up to his family and his friends. That's definitely tough to hear. That's definitely tough to hear. But yeah, we must definitely don't take life for granted. I'm glad I could be in front of you guys tonight, and I do not take that for granted either. Not at all. All right. All right. That was one. Integrity and honesty, right? You can't buy that. You just got to have it, right? And you got to be deliberate about it as well. All right. So let's roll on to number two. Good knees. You'll never see anywhere in the contract. You'll never see anywhere in any kind of job posting, anywhere where they mention a kneecap, a knee, a left knee, a right knee. You'll never see that anywhere. But I'm going to tell you, that's a hidden qualifications. You need to have some good knees. Now, I'm not saying you have to have Meg the Stallion knees. I'm not saying that at all. If any of you know who Meg the Stallion is, y'all know who Meg the Stallion is, right? You don't have to have those types of bulletproof knees, all right? But at the same time, your knees need to be intact. You need to have a strong ACL or at least a good working ACL. Your MCL, your LCL. You want to have a good solid kneecap, because you're gonna put strain on those knees whether you work inside or you're a driver, right? You got to have good knees. Whether you starting to drive or starting to work at 20 years old, 25, 35, 55, look, your knees got to be intact. Now, if you start off with bad knees, I'm not saying you won't make it. All I'm saying is that it's going to be tough because if you start out with some nice, fresh knees at 22, you know, in 10 years, they might be different, right? So if you starting off with one good knee and one kind of like, at 35 years old, they won't tell you this, but I'm going to tell you, yeah, it might be a little rough for you, but then again, it might not be, but you have to take care of your body. But those good knees, look, goes a long way. Taking care of those knees that you do have, even if they're at 80%, 65%, you got to take care of them. Like I said, you're bending your knees, you're picking up, you're lifting, you're lowering, you're using your knees all the time. You got to make sure they're intact. Got to make sure they're intact. And a guy asked me a few weeks ago, like, hey, should he start his career at UPS at like 51 or 52? And you know what I asked him? How those knees are. Like, Are you in good shape? Is your body intact? Because if you barely getting around at 51, 52, it might not be a good idea to start this career. And I'm not saying you can't, but I'm just saying, like, it takes a toll on your body. It takes a toll on your body. And so I listed good knees because you'll never see that listed in any documentation, any job post, anything. You won't see good knees. But let me tell you, UPS, you know what they should do? They should get me to interview these prospects and to make a list and make the application. Like, I'll get them some good people, right? And I'm not saying the people we have now is bad, but it's a mixed bag. We all know that, right? But UPS should hire me to set the qualifications, and I get some good people in there, because I'm gonna tell you what it is. Yeah, look, it takes a toll on your body. They are paying you to use your body, and your body has to hold up. If it doesn't, you may or may not have a hard time. Like, I know people who go out on injury over and over again, and those packages, the in and out of the cars, loading, unloading, bending, lifting, lowering, all day, every day, it takes a toll on your body. So I'm gonna say good knees number 2. These are not in any particular order. I'm just saying this is what they won't tell you. But guess what? Breakdown Media, we're going to tell you this is what the qualifications really are. Man, forget about all of that. Yeah, we know the age stuff. We know all of that. You know what I mean? We know, you got to be able to live. Yeah, we know all of that. But I'm going to tell you, this is the stuff that's going to take you across the finish line, right? So number 2, yeah, good knees. And if anybody asks you, give them this stream, all right? Right? Share it with them and tell them, like, look, hey, tap into Brick.media. We're going to tell you what the real is, all right? All right. Let's see what's happening in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I said, you don't have to have the Meg Thee Stallion knees. Just make sure they okay. Like, maybe a little better than okay, all right? All right, Nick said, good day today. 9.25 hours, 148 stops, 190 packages, 104 miles. All right. Yeah, that sounds like a good day. Easy breezy. I think today I had a 9-hour day, 113 stops, about 200 packages, 49 miles I ran today. Yeah, man, gotta have them knees, man. Gotta have them knees. What's up, Cass? Thanks for modding for me. We'll appreciate you. Hey, girl. Hey. Nick says, I tore my meniscus a few years back and worked through it. I got a PRP injection. Oh, I heard about those. $700 cash. Knee is now 110%. Oh, man, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, I'm going to share a little story with you guys. In 2011, I tore my ACL, my right knee, playing basketball on vacation. And I didn't get it repaired till the next year. So 2012, I had an ACL repair or replacement or whatever in my right knee. And, the first year or two after the surgery, it was a little gimpy, but 2014 came to UPS, and I mean, it's been fine. It'll get sore like once a year, maybe in the summertime, but outside of that, it's good to go. It's good to go. What kind of driver is stealing dogs? I don't remember who's stealing dogs. What y'all talking about, dog? What's happening? Wait, somebody stole a dog? Wait, who stole a dog? All right, if you're just getting here, please like the stream. And we already done gave up 2 hidden qualifications they don't tell you about, right? Integrity and honesty, that's 1. And 2, you got to have them good knees, right? They don't tell you that, but I'm going to tell you, you got to have those good knees. You don't have to have the Meg Thee Stallion knees. We already talked about that. But you want to have those a little above average knees, because you're gonna put some work on them, right? And they gotta hold you down. You know, if you got one good knee and one bad knee and you want to start this career, I mean, I'm not saying you can't do it, but it might be a little tough. But they'll never tell you, hey, we want you for your knees. We want you for that back, your strong back you have. We need those hammies. Like we want those strong ankles. We want all of that. They want your body. And I know that sounds a little crazy, but they basically paying you money to rent your body out. And you just drive and your body just do the rest, right? That's basically what it is. That's basically what it is. Man, Nick had them fresh knees at 22. That's what I'm talking about, Nick. Look, you didn't have a lot of miles on them knees at 22, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like, gotta take care of those knees, man. If you lift right, you using them all the time. Oh, you was running when you was a rookie? Nick, man, look, I got a buddy. He runs. He actually might be watching this. I'm not gonna call your name. You know who you are. He might be watching this. He's not 22, first of all. He's not a rookie, but he be running, and it's just like, bro, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. Nope, I'm not doing it. Nope. Random Gaki, what's happening? It's good to see you. 240 stops didn't get done till 9. Hey, sounds like a good day, right? Yeah, good nutrition too. Yeah, they don't tell you that. You know what? Hey, good nutrition. You know what? I don't have that on my list. Yeah, I don't have good nutrition on my list. Yeah, that one didn't make my list. But yeah, they don't tell you about that either. Yeah, you're right. And hydration. You know what? We could probably cover a whole video just on stuff you eat or ingest and stuff you probably shouldn't eat or ingest. Yeah, that could be a whole nother video. Right here, I'm trying to cover stuff that, that I see that be issues, all the time. So I'm trying to look out for you guys, or even if you already know, we're trying to shine some light on it, right? Qualification 2. Okay, so Cass said qualification 2. What? Snacks? For the dogs? Yo, I don't know about you. I don't give dogs snacks. I don't buy snacks. Hell, man, I don't want to give my own dog snacks until they start begging me and I'm like, damn, I'm gonna give you a snack. But I don't buy snacks. We have a driver, he keeps a box of snacks in his truck. And I know it's more than him, but I tend to not give dogs snacks. I don't buy snacks for dogs. If you look like you're hungry, I mean, I'm gonna just look at you, but I'm not gonna give you any food. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I might take a water bottle and if it's summertime, you might be thirsty. I might give you a little water, but I'm not about to feed you because it's not my responsibility. And I'm not saying anything wrong with drivers or people out there who feed dogs snacks and food and stuff like that, but you are not my responsibility. I have a set amount of dependents, and they not just on a random street, you know what I'm saying, looking crazy. Yeah, nah. I don't do it because I have my reasons. I mean, I guess I could tell y'all my reasons. I don't do it because if you have, I mean, you have food aggressive dogs, and I'm not saying y'all shouldn't do it. I'm just saying this is why I don't do it. You have some dogs are food aggressive, right? And so like you start feeding them snacks. These dogs that are food aggressive start feeding them snacks. And what if one day you don't have any snacks? I don't know. I think I had a nightmare about this before. That's why I don't do it. So what if one day, you fresh out of snacks and, he looking at you like, run me my snacks and you out. Then he gets upset because he's food aggressive and, you know, it becomes an issue. And what are you going to do? Oh, what? A do not touch, call a supervisor? Look, you got a whole situation on your hands. I'm not about to do it. So I may have PTSD from the nightmare I had, that situation where I ran out of snacks and the dog was trying to do some things to me. So that's why, well, that's one of the reasons why I don't give dogs snacks. But hey, look, teach his own. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it, but that's why I don't do it. All right. But yeah. Yeah, look, if they ask me for snacks here, I'll be like, I think we out. And it'd be like a bag full of snacks. I don't be trying to give snacks, but it's all good. Oh no, not snacks in the pocket. Snacks in the pocket? All right, so they could just run up on you and just smell you. Oh no, I can't do that either. So hey, y'all could take the advice of Cass. You know, she'll set y'all up. Um, nah, if y'all get attacked and get your pocket ate out, um, y'all have to hit her up and see what's happening. But she gave y'all that bad advice. I wouldn't do that. But hey, y'all could do it. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Batman say, I remember when everyone thought running when he was in a contract. That's crazy. Oh man, running. Yeah, man. I got a couple guys that run, man. I'll be like, yo, man, y'all out here like some track stars, man. Like I can't keep up with y'all, and I'm not trying to at all. At all. We appreciate everybody for being here. Everybody. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel and check out some videos. We have a lot of them. All right. And shoot me a like if you can. We'll appreciate it. All right. All right. So we got integrity and honesty, and those good needs is number 2. All right. So we're gonna move over to number 3. Physicality. All right. And I know that's a general term, but I think they'll say like, oh, you have to be able to lift either is it 60 pounds or 70 pounds unassisted. It's something like that. They say that. And then most people gonna check or most people gonna agree, oh yeah, I could do that. And we have some people that they really can't. But that's not really what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is physicality. And so basically, you're gonna have to rough some shit up. Like you're gonna have to get physical. You're gonna have to get a little aggressive with some, with some packages because that's just what it is, right? You're gonna have to do it. And so it's not so much, oh, hey, can you lift 60 pounds? But are you able to move heavier packages from point A to point B, whether you're using assistance or not, right? And so what we teach in my center, or what I teach my drivers is try not to have to lift packages. Like you want to try to move bigger packages, move it from point A to point B without having to lift it, whether that's rolling it, flipping it over, stuff like that, put it on a dolly and rolling it. But you gotta have some type of physicality with you in order to do this job and do it successfully, right? You don't want to be that driver, and I respect all drivers, right? You don't want to be that driver that have to call every time, you know, there's a heavier package and you need assistance moving or you need help moving it, right? You don't want to be that driver. So the level of physicality is understated. You got to have it. I'm just saying, I'm not saying you got to be a bodybuilder. I'm not saying you got to, be able to bench press 250. We're not saying all of that. All we saying is that it's going to be times where you're going to have to rough some shit up. All right. And that time is going to come. You're going to be by yourself. It's going to be pouring rain. You're going to have to take that bed frame up to the 3rd floor. It's going to be your third to last stop. So you're going to be tired. And what are you going to do? And those are the situations that they don't tell you about. But I'm telling you right now, it's the inevitable. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. So that little, lift 60 pounds, lift 70 pounds, that's BS. No. Hey, are you a dog when you have to be a dog? And we're not talking about the pets, right? Look, you're going to have to get down sometimes. And hey, look, it's going to come and you're going to be presented with it and you're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to get physical with it. But they won't tell you that. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. I'm not saying if you're not a physical person, you can't apply and you can't do the job successfully. All I'm saying is that you may or may not have a hard time at certain times. Thank you for the likes. We appreciate it. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry I keep sniffling, but my allergies, I try to take something, but it doesn't really work all the time. But look, your body will get worn down. And you get worn down on a Tuesday, then guess what? Wednesday, you got to go to work. And so it also wears down on you mentally. And so not only the physicality, but you got to have the mentality in order to endure to the finish line, whatever your finish line looks like. All right. So 3, physicality. They won't tell you, but I'm going to tell you right now, you got to have a level of physicality in order to do this job, whether you're inside or you're on the street. All right. Let's hop into the live chat, will we? That's the reason USPS doesn't allow carriers to give dogs snacks. Yeah, I wouldn't either. I'll tell them, no, don't do it. I don't think the dog is going to get a food aggressor without food around her. I mean, yeah, that might be true. Yeah, that might be true. But the thing is, like, it's certain dogs that are food aggressive. So yeah, if you don't have the snacks, but if he used to getting snacks from you, then he gonna be wondering like, hey, why the hell you not giving me snacks today? Where are my snacks? It'd be like Debo on Friday, asking for. I'm just saying. Uh, yeah, I mean, yeah, hey, teach his own. Like I'm not giving them snacks. I'm not buying snacks for them. In fact, I be trying to get away from the dogs. I'm not even gonna lie, but I see the little cute videos on TikTok. Some of the UPS drivers. Shouts out to them. They shooting videos. They petting the dogs. They got the dogs on a jump seat. Doing helper and shit. I get all of that. That's cute. The dog running to him like, oh, I haven't seen you. Was on vacation last week. We see all of those videos, and like I said, they're cute. But I probably won't be doing it. I'll leave that to those people who love dogs, which I love dogs. I love my dogs. I don't, the randoms on the street, it's all right. But I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't know if I told y'all this story, but this one dog, and in fact, I seen him yesterday. He was going to visit a friend or something, but he was in the same hood, but he was on the next street. And a few months back, like they keep him in the garage, but when I see the garage is cracked, I know he's out, wandering around. So this day he was out wandering around. And so I placed the envelope. It was like a padded package on the doorstep. So by the time I get back to the truck, he grabbed the package and he running off to the next door with it. So I'm like, here we go. So I grabbed a different package along with my dad. I had to go and get the package from him and take it back to the door of the house that he lives at. And I kind of had to put on a chair and hide it so he wouldn't get it. But I'm like, yeah, that was kind of wild there. And then a week later, him along with a chihuahua, they kind of trapped me. I actually have that video on the channel where the chihuahua was visible. He wasn't. He was hiding in the bushes. Then all of a sudden, I go to the door, I turn around, and both of them right there barking at me. So, I have that video. It's on the channel, but yeah, check that out if you get a chance. But yeah, um, yeah, these dogs be scheming sometimes. But anyways, German Shepherds and Blue Heelers are the 2 breeds I watch out for the most. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, the German Shepherds, yeah. You gotta watch out for them, man. And we have had, in my center, we have had 2 really bad dog bites in the last 3 years. And both female drivers, and one had to have surgery. Yeah, that was the most recent one. So I'm not saying that happens all the time, but I have witnessed that in my center. And it's just kind of like, in both situations, I think one was a German Shepherd and then the other one was Pit Bulls. But in both situations, the driver did everything they were supposed to do. It just the dogs were just rogue that particular day or whatever, So it's kind of crazy. Yeah, they say, yeah, he's friendly, I swear. Oh, yeah, he doesn't bite. Well, we all know that he doesn't bite you or he hasn't bit you yet. But and the thing is too, like dogs bite their owners all the time. Uh, like that's something that a lot of people don't talk about. That actually happens a lot. And so people who they don't deal with normally or strangers or whatever, like, yeah, that's probably just really easy for them to do. All right, so we did the integrity and honesty. Those good needs is number 2. 3, physicality. And I told you guys, if y'all stay to the end or after the 3, I give you guys a bonus, right? You guys gonna like this bonus, right? Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, thanks for all the likes. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. And the bonus is a kid. So y'all might ask, dude, what do you mean by a kid? A kid or some kids? I say bonus is a kid because the thing is that I see young drivers, shouts out to them. There's some great people, right? But if they have no kids, no significant other, it's just them, they seem to be a little more free. They come to work less. They develop bad habits because it's just them, right? Like they don't have a girlfriend, or they might have a girlfriend, but they don't have a kid. They still kind of young. I get it. But if you have a kid, that sweet little kid, they looking up to you like, oh, dad, I'm so proud of you. Oh, mom, I'm so proud of you. Like you have somebody looking up to you. And so it kind of pushes you a little more. At least it should, right? In order to get your ass up every morning, or go do this job that's not easy. Well, it's easy if you make it easy, but your body is sore from the week, maybe not. But you having to get up on a Friday, if it's just you, it might be easier to call in, right? But if you have a kid, 2 kids, 8 kids, I don't know, whatever it is, you know, you're not just letting yourself down, you're letting your kids down because you're burning up option days, or you out of option days, you're not getting paid, you just kind of mailing it in. I get it. But if you have a kid, it's just different because you have something to support. You have something to, somebody's looking up to you. You have responsibilities. And I'm not saying the kids is the only responsibility you can have, but I'm just saying, like, and that's why I put it as a bonus. Of course, they'll never tell you like, hey, you might be more successful if you had a kid. And of course, it's not gonna absolutely be you're gonna be a better driver or a better worker if you had a kid. But all I'm saying is that it definitely helps because it pushes you when you don't want to do shit or when you don't want to go to work, which is a lot of people, a lot of days, most of the time, right? Especially on a Friday. Yes, yes, Cass. It gives you motivation. It's somebody that you have to support, and they're looking up to you because if you ain't going to work every day, you getting suspended and all that. The damn kid could be like, man, why are you home? Wait, I'm on spring break, but you supposed to be working. Not that your kid will talk to you like that, but they might be thinking in their head like, "Man, Dad, yeah, I see you work one day a week, but our UPS delivery guy that delivers to the house, he works every day. Why are you only working one day a week, or why are you only working 2 days a week?" Not that your kid will question you, but all I'm saying is that it's the extra motivation, the extra push. I think is good for you. It's good for you. Now, I know some great drivers, really good drivers. They're consistent, they're deliberate, they're really, really good. They come to work all the time and they don't have kids. I'm not saying that it's the end all be all. I'm just saying that it gives you that extra little push because some people need it, some people don't, you know? But I put it as a bonus hidden qualification because you don't want to just qualify and just exist, right? You want to work and you want to thrive, right? You want to have a great career. You want to get in there. You want to be successful in your career, not just exist and like, oh yeah, I'm here. oh yeah, I've been here 20 years and yeah, it's 20 years. It's cool. Nah, but you want to thrive. You want to be great, right? You want it to be when they say, hey, you're going to go ahead and retire and your net retirement years is right aligning with what you want it to be instead of them saying, oh, well, you short. So if you want to hit 30 years, you got to work a couple more years, because doing all the years, you got to push, right? And if you don't push, you're going to try to retire and you're going to be short. I've seen it happen all the time. And so, that kid, maybe for some people it's 8 kids. I don't know. You might need 8 kids to push you. But hey, whatever you need, that's what you need. And so I hope these hidden qualifications is shine a little light on what they won't tell you. And I'm not saying they're hiding it from you, but due to the certain reasons why, they can't put this stuff on the applications, on the requirements on the internet. They can't put that. But they don't have to. Because I'm gonna tell you, here at Brickdown Media, we're gonna let you know what's happening, right? So, like I said, UPS should let me hire people because I'll weed out all of the bad guys, all of the bad girls, and it's like, look, you know what? I'm not sure if you're gonna make it. And so we're gonna go ahead and pass on you for now, but maybe you could try again next year or something like that. You know what I mean? But I get it. Equal opportunity. I get all of that, but at the same time, you can say equal all you want, but like when it comes to this stuff right here, hey, this stuff is real. Like you need these things because that's what's gonna push you through. Anybody could be a regular worker, but if you want to be successful, this is what you need. Bricked Out Media got what you need. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Motivation. Yeah, I saw the light. Yeah. Yeah, family keeps me going too. I'm like, look, when I come through the door at night, they know who it is, Everybody look at the door. It feels good for me to get back home in one piece. I still got my arms and legs and ears and stuff like that. And it feels good to walk through the door and everybody, looking at you smiling, And it also feels good to know that I'm the first up in the morning, most mornings. And in fact, my daughter told me earlier, she's like, well, I woke up 2 mornings ago or yesterday or whatever it was, because she left early and you wasn't up. I'm like, yeah, I slept in a little bit and I got up at 6 instead of 5, but stuff like that, like, and my daughter, she's not a baby. She's not a kid, It's motivation. It's like, well, yeah, I'm gonna get my ass up early in the morning because, they watching. But yeah, family, kids, I know kids are expensive. So, 8 might be a little much, but all I'm saying is that whatever you need to push you through, you need to use it if you want to be successful, right? If not, forget all of that, right? Okay, so random Gaki. Okay, am I working towards feeders? What's my end goal at the company look like? Man, that's a good question. So, yeah. All right, so I'm not working towards feeders. Um, I had one idea at one point. This was probably in 2023 that I would go into feeders, but only into management. But I contemplated that for like a month. Then I changed my mind. I did some research. Then I changed my mind because I didn't want to give up my weekends. I didn't want to make all of those changes. And so I decided not to. But no, it won't be feeders. Um, I'm coming up on 11 years this year. And so my plan is to do 20. All right, my plan is to do 20. And so I know that's a little aggressive, but that's my plan, to do 20 years in package and I'll be good. Now that might change, but in 2025, what's today? February 20th, 2025. That's my goal. What's yours? I'm curious. Yeah, Scout Dad. Yeah, so yeah, you should see some openings by the summer. Yeah, this time is always slow every year, but yeah, you should see some openings by the summer. Because I do notice every year it seems like the peak season and the pre-peak season hirings, they've been coming like earlier and earlier. I mean, one year I actually seen maybe in 23, man, they had postings up like in early June. That was crazy. Um, will UPS hire you if you only get approved for a 3-month DOT? If you only get approved for a 3-month DOT, will UPS still hire you? Well, as a driver, are you getting hired off the street, or are you already inside, or what? Because I know drivers that already drive and they went to get their DOT and they got approved for like 6 months and they got to go back. But as long as they extend you, I mean, I don't see an issue. Uh, but if you're starting out and you only get 3 months, I don't think they'll not hire you. They'll just make sure, hey, you don't let it expire. I don't think they'll discriminate, or I mean, maybe discriminate is the wrong word. I don't think they will not let you qualify if you only get a 3 month. Um, but as long as you're able to get a DOT physical, you should be good. But I mean, without getting too personal, I guess my question would be that why they only gave you 3 months. Yeah, okay, so you're off the street. Okay, so that's cool. Yeah, as long as it's not like they don't let you, like if they don't pass you at all. Now that will be worrisome. But if they gave you 3 months, of course, go back within the 3 months. Um, I'm assuming is something health related. But yeah, just don't let it expire. But once it expired, then obviously they could deny you work. But yeah, just don't let it expire. But and I will work on whatever you have to work on in order to try to get more than 3 months the next time you go back. Absolutely, man. Your son got bit 3 times. Wait, on the same day? Nick, tell me it ain't so. Tell me it ain't so. Look, uh I thought about streaming in the morning before work. I know that's kind of crazy, but I don't know. I do crazy stuff sometimes. Oh, Australian Shepherd. Yeah, upsjobs.com. upsjobs.com. Like I browse there like twice a week and I just look at and see if I can see I just go from like state to state to try to see what's open. But there's a lot of base, um a lot of IE positions open right now. I mean a lot of management positions open right now. It's kind of weird because um management went through a lot of layoffs last year, so it's kind of weird how I see a lot of management positions open right now, or at least in the last week or so. But yeah, a lot of IE. So I mean, if anybody wants to like go get a degree in industrial engineering, they got a lot of those positions open. In fact, I know a guy in my building. Well, he's at a different building in my city right now, but he he's a new IE guy, and I mean he's still pretty young, and I mean he loves it. I wouldn't say your name though. He's probably watching. Yeah, I thought about doing a stream in the morning, maybe like twice a week in the morning, but I'm not sure who's gonna be up trying to get on YouTube. So because I do have some news stuff I would like to go over like in the morning, but we have to see what's the interest level for that in the morning. So we might try it out next week, or maybe even spring break week. We might try it out, and see how it is. It'll be like 6:30 in the morning. I don't know, Central Time. I don't know. It sounds crazy, but you know, yeah. Cross your fingers. Applying. Cross your fingers. Yeah. If there's something that pop up, man, oh man, I'll be on it like syrup on pancakes. Oh, I have to look in the I'll have to look in the contract to see what your pension will be because that's 25. So that's 8 years of part time. Um, shit, I could probably do some quick math right quick. Um, I don't have my calculator right now. If I'm looking at that, I'm. Let me see. So you want me to do the math? I can do the math right quick, Nick. Hold on, let me see what's happening. We got time. We got time. Uh, oh shit. What was that? Oh, you did 8 years part time, Nick. I don't think that's right. I got like 2,800. I don't know. That sounds high, but I might be off. I might be wrong. Let's see. Oh, you gonna live in Corpus? Corpus Christi. I like Corpus. Corpus is cool. All right, Ra 0827. I was told I'm being hired for a full time permanent position in Commerce City, Colorado, and they sent me an email with my start date. The 28th is the DSP class loan. A DSP class? You talking about undergrad? DSP? Are you from Amazon? Are you coming from Amazon? Because Amazon use that word DSP or that term. But if they send you to undergrad or training, it's typically a week long. A week long. In my opinion, it should be 2 weeks long. Should be 2 weeks long. In fact, I even contemplated on going into management and try to be like an undergrad coach or an undergrad teacher or something like that. But I would have to move. I'm not trying to move. But yeah, in my opinion, I think driver training should be 2 weeks. I don't think a week is enough. I don't think a week is enough. And I also believe that if you're a seasonal driver and let's say you drive during peak season and you stop driving, let's say January 1st, and they come back and say, hey, look, we want you to drive, the end of February, I think you should go back to class before you drive again. A lot of people don't like that, but like I think it's important. Like I think it's important. So I think it should be 2 weeks. And if you go without driving for 5 weeks, yeah, you need to go. You need to go back. That's just my opinion. Um, if you're not an established driver, now we know all the times people get injured. Like established people get injured, or they get suspended or whatever, and they come back and they drive and they're fine. I get it. But like, like a newbie, a new driver, or a seasonal as turning into something permanent, I think you should definitely go back to training because you don't have enough reps in, and it should be 2 weeks. And they need to slow roll it because I think it's too much information jammed into a short period of time, and it's just like everybody doesn't just retain information. Now I get it. It's an easy way to weed people out and to like the people who don't learn fast, bam, get them out of here. I get it. But at the same time, I do think that they might lose some good people just because they're not learning fast enough. So I'm not saying that you should slow down, but I'm just saying like it's a lot of information. You feed it a little slower over a 2 week period, and I think you'll get better products. That's just my opinion. Because in my class, I seen people struggle and they didn't even get a chance to recover before they were out of here. So, you know, and then again, it might not yield a better product. I don't know. I'm just assuming that it would, but I might be wrong. But I do think it needs to be longer than a week. A week is not enough because before you even start, I mean, like a day one is like you can't cover a lot because you're doing intros, you're doing all this other stuff, you're going over stuff, and like you're not learning much in the first day. And then they let you out. They was letting us out at like 4 o'clock. We were done. I'm like, damn. So, you know, and then you take an hour lunch. It's just like it's not enough hours. It's not enough time. It's just not enough. So I think 2 weeks minimum. Shit, maybe 3 weeks. Hell, hey, don't let me run shit because I have y'all going to. I have y'all going to that for a month. Y'all be like, oh no, I can't be away from home that long. All right, so it was at FedEx Freight. How many stops is an average route as a new driver? Do they make you do different routes, or do you get an assigned route? That's a good question. Assigned route, no, but when you start driving, they'll put you on a training route, which you probably gonna stay on that training route for training, but it's not your route, and so it's a little different from FedEx Freight. It's a lot different, but yeah. You're trained on a training route, which is like a route that designed for training purposes. And after that, after your training, you're gonna just be thrown on different routes. You're gonna go out there blind and say, hey, here's 160 stops. Have a nice day. We'll see you tonight. And you gotta go out there and execute. So that's pretty much what it is. And let's say the center you in, let's say it's 60 of you guys or 60 drivers, and let's say it's 38 routes, then it's only 38 routes. And so if you like number 59, you probably not gonna get a route. And so you'll just be covering routes for everybody else who have routes. So I hope that answered your question. It took me, and I don't know, you might ask this question next, but it took me to actually get a bid route. It took me, 6 years? Like 5 or 6 years to get my own route. So yeah. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. John Ravens, what's up? Heard he used to go through obstacle course. I'm a TCD / pre-load waiting to go back on road. I definitely don't need no more schooling. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Uh, how long did you drive before so how long you been doing that? Yeah, random gaki. Yeah, the fives and tens. That's like the Bible. Yeah, you need to memorize them and practice them and implement it when you're driving. And yeah, the driving drills. Yeah, the driver drill. Man, I love the driver drill. My suit rolled me the other day. I mean, he already know what's up. Like he already know what's up. When we said, "All right, ready for the driver drill," my eyes lit up. He might be watching right now too. What's up? I ain't gonna call your name, but he said, "All right, ready for the drive." I'm like, "Hell yeah, let's go!" On the way in, driver drill on the highway. Let's get it. All right. He said you could get a route in 4 years if it take track. It all depends on like how many routes are in the center, like how many people y'all have, what the seniority list look like, and so it varies. Um, I know guys that took them 8 9 years to get a route just because nobody would leave, nobody was getting fired, nobody was retiring, and so he had to wait. So it just depends. And I got one in 5.5 years. I know that's not everybody. Um, but if I wouldn't have moved buildings, I would have got a route sooner because I went to a new building in 2018, but I left my original building. I left that building. I knew like 50 something routes, but like I was almost able to get a route where I was, but then I moved and then I kind of dropped on the seniority list because more seniority drivers, well, higher seniority drivers were at the new facility. So like I kind of took a little longer, but if I would have stayed in my original spot, I would have had a route sooner. But I'm glad I went where I went. So yeah, yeah. But it all depends. It all depends on the staffing situation at your particular center, at your particular hub. It varies from place to place, from person to person, and it's a lot of moving parts. A lot of moving parts. So yeah, like if I was look, I say 2 weeks on the training, and like I wouldn't eliminate anybody the first week. I wouldn't eliminate anybody till like week two, like maybe like Monday or Tuesday, week two. I'll start weeding people out. I mean, because we got in my training class. I mean, on Tuesday, this guy like he didn't shave all the way. Like I think he did that on purpose, but you know, it got him out of there. And I'm not saying they shouldn't have. All I'm saying is that like I don't know, there was no like I mean, I get it, no tolerance, I get it. But at the same time, it's like, okay, I would have said, hey, look, man, uh, maybe you missed a spot. Make sure you take care of that. Come in here tomorrow, make sure you clean and good. And, if he would have came in the next day, then I would have probably like, okay, well, it's not for you because you can't follow instructions. So, but it was just like, it got him out of that quick. But maybe it was something else in conjunction with that. So, and maybe that's what it was. But yeah, they was like zero tolerance. Like, nah. That's a good question. So if you just cover routes and on days that no one is off or no one is on vacation, do they send you home or do you just not work that day? A and B. Um, if they don't have any work for you, they'll send you home. You'll not work for that day. Or if you're savvy enough, you'll try to go to another center and try to work in another center. Sometimes that's available. Like other centers need routes. I mean, other centers need drivers. And so, I mean, that's what I did. With my original center, they, I mean, we had a lot of drivers, but I was one of them ones. I was willing to go to another center. I didn't care if I was going blind. I didn't care if it was in another county. I didn't care a different part of the city. I didn't care. I'm like, hey, y'all got work? Let's go. And I was doing that every day. And I was doing it so much to where my old manager, he had to call me and say, hey, he called me one morning and said, hey man, where you at? I'm like, oh, I'm over here on this route over here in another center. He's like, oh, nah. You need to stop that. You need to report over here. I said, okay, I'll be there tomorrow. But at the same time, like, look, I'm trying to work. I never had a problem after that. I was able to work every day, and they started putting me on different routes, and that was it. But yeah, you'll either go home, you won't work that day, and if the next day is the same, you won't work that day either. So you just have to hang in there. And I mean, I would go to another center to try to work or run some misloads or be a shuttle driver or something. Like I would move around and find the work. But yep, you gotta be savvy. It's not for everybody. And I always tell people that. I mean, it's not for some of the people that's in it, straight up, you know. But that's just the way it is. Yep. All right, we're gonna sign out. And today is Thursday. We will see you guys this weekend for sure. But thank you everybody for tuning in. We appreciate all the love. We appreciate all the likes. Hey, share the stream if you can. Watch the videos on the channel. We have a lot of them. And we have a day in the life video that's coming. We should have it dropping by next week. Don't know what day yet, but due to popular demand, we'll be dropping that video next week. All right. So look, thanks for all the love. Breakdown Media. We catch you on the next stream. We out of here. All right. Hold on. Sorry, let's hit those breaks. Hold up. We're gonna look out for Trey. Let's see what's happening with Trey. It's about to hit the button, Trey. We're gonna look out for you, big dog. I'm currently a TCD for Townie Center in Mesquite. Building is being renovated, so they're sharing with the center in Dallas. I'm currently only driving on Saturday. Want to transfer closer to Dallas. You want to transfer to a different building? Yeah, I would just go where it works at. If you're able to, and I mean, I would talk to the union to try to see what's the landscape on where you're trying to go, and see if the work's there. And if they allow you to, I would definitely go where the work's at. So if you're only driving on Saturday, you know, get with the union, and I would just hope that they'll be honest with you and let you know what the deal is, because sometimes, and I'm not saying all the times, and I'm not saying everybody, but sometimes you get misled by union members, and they might tell you one thing and it be something that's off or inaccurate. You know what I'm saying? So just talk to somebody, maybe talk to a few people, and see if that move is right for you. But hey, good luck with everything. I wish you the best, and thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you soon. All right. Good luck, Trey. Hey, get in there and take care of business, dog. We got you. All right, guys. We signing out. We'll see y'all this weekend. Have a good Friday, and take care of business, and we'll see you on the next stream. All right, guys. Breakdown Media. We out of here.